I spent over $1 million on credit cards in just 1 year. Let my experience help you get out of debt and use credit cards to your advantage. Now let's get into this video. I'm going to talk about the Capital One credit cards. There's 3 different credit cards we're going to discuss. Not talking about the student cards, but the regular cards. First, let's talk about the cards themselves. Are they amazing in terms of on the upper level of what cards give you? No. Are they terrible in terms of what cards give you? No. Are they sort of middle of the road when it comes to some of the features? I would say yes. So first off, they have 3 different cards known as the SavorOne, the SavorOne Rewards, and the Savor Rewards. I'm going to throw these up on the screen because it is a little confusing. The differences, first off, are in what type of credit level you need. It's either good to excellent. Then there's the annual fee or not. 2 of them do not have an annual fee. The Savor Rewards card does have a fee, $95. Let's just call it $100. Now, in terms of what you get back, you think of a cashback card. There's many out there that give you 1%, 1.5%, and a couple that give you 2%. So I always like to think of comparing cards to those that give you 2% cash back. So in this case, these cards have 3% and 3% and 4% for the Savor Rewards. Now that category of 3% is a category. My preference on a cashback card is that I get that 2% cash back no matter where I use it. So forget having to remember a category. And is it dining? Am I eating? Am I using gas? Buying gas? Whatever it is, I don't like to think about that. Well, this one, they have just one category that gives you 3% back. Groceries, dining, entertainment, and for some reason they threw in streaming services. In my mind, it's pretty much just going to get groceries and going out to eat. They're going to give you 3 or 4%. For the Savor Rewards, it's 4%. Do you want to pay an extra $95 a year just to get that 1% back on groceries and food? Depends on how much you spend, but probably not. All other categories, they give you 1%. Now that's not bad, and that's pretty common among most cards. Thanks for watching. Take a moment to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos, and hit that like button as well. It really helps the channel out and helps the video spread to more people. Thanks for watching. Uber, until November 14th of 2024, depending upon when you're seeing this video, it's going to be a year or slightly less. They will give you 10% off of all of your Uber purchases, hopping in a car and going somewhere, 10% off of Uber Eats, having them deliver the food to you, and also you'll get the monthly subscription fee for Uber is waived for that entire year or period up until November 14th, 2024. The unique feature that they have is that they have a portal called Capital One Entertainment, where you can get tickets to events. And you can only buy tickets through Capital One Entertainment, which from what I've seen is getting larger and larger. And I happen to know in Virginia, they actually have their own theater at a Capital One building. And those entertainment purchases can only be done if you have a Capital One card. And you get 8% back when you purchase them. Now, why would they be giving you a percentage back on a card that you have to use? I'm not sure, but you can buy tickets to the various entertainment events. So if that's something you're looking for, you have to have one of these cards. And they give you 8% back, which is great. You can use it for statement credit or future purchases. They also give you 5% back on their Capital One travel. Now, when it comes to travel, a lot of different companies provide either travel through themselves or through a third party. Maybe you can move points somewhere else. But entertainment category is interesting because a lot of times you might have options such as StubHub or SeatGeek or Ticketmaster, but now you've got Capital One Entertainment. And if you take a look at their site, I'll put a link to it. You can see what they offer. And if that's something you think that you might do quite often, well, this would be a card for you. Not so much for the 8% back, which is actually pretty significant, right? It's almost 10%. So if it's a $100 ticket, you're getting it for $90. You're buying 4 of them for your family, all of a sudden you're saving $40. Not bad. More importantly, you couldn't get them otherwise. So that's the unique feature and the reason you might want to have one of these cards. However, if that's not what you're going to do and you're not interested in Capital One Entertainment, would I get this card? Well, I probably wouldn't get the one with a $100 fee. The SavorOne card doesn't give you a sign-up bonus. The other 2 do. So the SavorOne Rewards will give you the Capital One Entertainment and no annual fee. and a bonus of $200 cash. And all you have to do is use the card for $500 worth of spending over a 3-month period. So 150 month 1, 150 month 2, and 200 month 3. You've spent your $500, you're going to get $200 in cash. The Savor Rewards card will give you a $300 bonus. However, you have to spend $3,000 over the course of 3 months, and that one has the annual fee. On the low end, you're not getting a bonus. On the high end, you're getting the bonus. However, you're having to pay an annual fee. So the middle of the road card is no annual fee. That's the SavorOne Rewards. You get the 8% on Capital One Entertainment. You get the 5% on the Capital One Travel. And you can have a $200 bonus. And all you have to do is spend $500 in 3 months. Also, if you want to transfer a balance from another card, you get a 0% rate for 15 months. So if you're trying to pay down credit card debt and you're looking also for a 0% transfer card, this is one. And they only offer it at the moment on their SavorOne Rewards card. 0% for 15 months, and there is a fee of 3% when you transfer your balance over. So if you transfer over $10,000 from one card to this card, it's going to be $10,300 because of that 3% fee, which is worth it usually within a month or two because of the amount of interest you're saving at 0%. I have a video showing how you can quickly pay down debt using 0% transfer cards. So this is one you might want to use for that purpose. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. They have a feature that makes them incredibly unique and you can't get it anywhere else. And this is always something you want to look for if you're thinking about putting it in your rotation for your cards. I'll talk about that feature in a bit.